Hello everyone. So this is a neighbor by the name beginning with J, and he popped on JLR's live. Thank you to member Anne. She shared that with me. Wow. Just look at the build, even the lips. And I'm going to show you a clip as I click on the video and watch it, I pull cards to clearly show me if this guy was involved, knows a lot more, something.
So we'll see what happens. Continuous coverage of what happened to Nancy. Pima County, Arizona, Tucson.
No credit to JLR. As you can see, I asked clear signs, major being the major one, as well as the yes and no cards that I've asked for. Here we've got the energy of someone who's not moving away from the place, someone whose heart doesn't seem to be in the right space. And we've got the person who knows a lot more than what they're saying, but it's also kind of like manipulation. All right. So what I get from him is that he knows a lot more than what he's saying if he's not involved. And I'm going to go into some things because I was wondering if I should pull cards on other people. I'd be interesting to know his surname because I think I'm going to end up looking at some clues around these perps is like, let's say, Chris Carter-Murray, or John Claude, or Ibn Muhammad. I don't know, just like two name syllables coming up. But I really wanted to see what the cards tell me. And here we've got obviously the magician who has all the things. The Six of Swords is telling me someone's not moving away from this. But then we've got this Ace of Cups, and that's just it's not a good card in that reverse. To be presented in reverse like that, I hope you would agree. Someone hasn't got their heart in the right space from what this is showing. I do have still pictures, all right, and it's kind of like a false heart, instability, revolution. So he doesn't really care about the case in minimal, but he knows a lot more. And I wonder, even if he wasn't if he was not involved, I'm telling you from now, he knew of the plan. He was invited to be part of the plan. He could have started to take part of the plan. He knows a lot more, and I can't believe that, given he's been there, what the hell he's doing, he has not been investigated from what I understand. So I am also looking for a coded word. I put it in one of my videos. I keep looking out for that because that seems like a coded word for me. Now, I want to just let you see some of the still photos. Again, I only asked one question. I only asked about this guy and my thoughts, who's involved. I took this still because I wanted to see on his right hand, does he have a wrist tattoo? Because I think what was mentioned, there's a wrist tattoo in the gloves. Again, I want to say that we don't just narrow down to that masked man, because I think it's also, there's a deviation there of it. And that's why also this magician card is very much like a planted energy. But the build, everything kind of fits that masked man. There's no denying that. It's actually amazing how much we're having twin energy in terms of the way they're looking and being able to fit under that masked man. So I would be interested if JLR saw, I don't think there's a plaster or anything there, but if he saw anything. I cannot see a wrist tattoo. I wanted to see if there's a ring. I think that whole ring under the glove is just a bit doolally. Then I see this closed posture when he's asked such a direct question, and I thought it was very, very, very interesting. He closed off his energy in a particular question. He's very smug and confident. He's not arrogant, but he seems confident in what he was knowing. And I'm going to continue watching this. I think what I was getting, or I just passed the stage where he said he believes it's one of the relatives, and he actually points who it is without saying a name. And he doesn't seem fearful, or, I mean, you don't have to be afraid, but he doesn't seem to point any fingers at anyone, speak of anyone. He's very direct. And he seems confident, like, he gives me the energy, he's confident of knowing what actually happened. So I'm not surprised if he goes on to say it wasn't a kidnapping or a abduction. The other thing I wanted to mention is that, hang on, he doesn't seem fazed by it, or that he's upset by it, to be honest with you. He might have said, I can't remember, that it's shaken the community, but he doesn't seem shaken at all. And like I said, I think he knows what went on, the plan, and I think at one stage there's definitely an energy. This guy needs to be investigated for knowing in the least more than what he is giving off. I feel like he knows more than what he's given off, if it's his part to play or not. And he knows that nothing can be said against him from the main chef or perp, because maybe he was involved and he backed out. Maybe the perp can't point at him, because then he can point at the perp, but he can get out of it. He also seemed very confident in terms of what the police should have done, what the police didn't do, and that they don't have evidence and all that sort of stuff. But it's amazing how he's so confident to speak if he is involved and stand there in front of the camera. But again, that magician energy gives you that manipulation. But there's a smug confidence, kind of knowing more than he knows. The open energy, and then suddenly this closed off energy. He's been constantly open, and then a closed off energy at this point really tells you about that thing that was raised. So this is just a quick one on this. And where does this guy work? Does he work on a bridge? No, I'm just joking, because there's a clue coming about that. I think there'll be something, or that they're searching or something. But anyway, again, it's all down to the cards. I've not channeled. I was actually watching, decided to pull cards. It was on my lap. As you can see, the setup, and I can easily channel this guy's energy to tell you 100% if he was involved. Please thank member Anne for all this information. She honestly takes her time out and sends me legitimate information. So I'd love to hear your comments, but gobsmacked by this. And also, what is up with this gardener that found a piece of jewelry? Do we have a picture, a name around him? Take care, stay blessed, and bye for now.